October, Gaye Njorro. As part of Pink October, Gaye Njorro Skills Academic hosted a powerful breast cancer awareness event, bringing together inspiring voices to educate, uplift, and unite women in the fight against breast cancer. Fashion designer and entrepreneur Awa Konate opened the event, reminding attendees that creativity can be a force for change. She said using art and fashion to raise awareness helps people understand that beauty also means health, confidence, and courage.
The reasons why people are even more affected, because this is such a very sensitive but also very humiliating, if I may call it. Imagine being sick and having to lose your hair from the head to the eyebrows, to losing so much weight that your color could be different, and it's not because you're using any chemicals to change it, but it's naturally like that, and so on and so forth. So what we always like to say, because as creative, we're not medicinal or we're not medical, and so we don't really leave that to the hands of the ones that knows. And so what we tend to do instead is to focus about healthy lifestyle. What can we do in our living to try and not to be affected, to be as conscious as possible in knowing ourselves, because if we know ourselves, we know that stress is definitely not a thing for human beings, right?
The Chief Executive Officer of Gaye Njorro Skills Academic, Ms. Fatou Saint Gaye, emphasized the importance of speaking up and seeking help early. She encouraged women not to hide their pain, but to share their stories, get checked, and stand together in the fight against breast cancer.
We should not give up. Let us strive and know that we still have chance. It's a disease that comes to us, but it's not a deadly disease that will just kill us just like that if we try. So let us also be checking, right? After what I did last 2 weeks was talk about cancer, and the concept they said, let us check always our breast after menstrual periods. Let us check how it is, because sometimes before menstruation you see it's hard, it's strong, but that is a sign that you're going to menstruate. But after that, check again whether you still have the lumps, and if you do, go to a hospital. Do not hesitate, right? If you see anything different in you, go to the hospital or consult somebody that you know knows something about it, right? We have a lot of people around us that can help us. Together we fight cancer. Let's say that. Together we fight cancer, right? It's curable. It's curable. Together we rise. Together we rise.
Also present was Maria Makoli, an award-winning actress, activist, and radio presenter who inspired the audience with her words on the power of women's voices. Her passion and energy reminded everyone that when women speak up and stand together, real change begins. Dr. Jenaba Jallo, a medical officer from Tanka Tanka Psychiatric Hospital, shared an uplifting message about health, hope, and healing. She spoke about the link between physical and mental well-being and the importance of nurturing the mind with positivity and care.
Breast cancer or died from breast cancer, it might be you, it might be your neighbor, it would not miss your doorstep. That is how common breast cancer is. Now, there's a part that we barely talk about when we talk about breast cancer. It's about the mental wellness of the individual, the psychosocial support. Most of the time here, what we see in our context as Gambians is that when a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer, the first thing that the husband would do is either to divorce her or marry a second wife, because they want no association to deal with that, which is so erroneous, because they do not understand that the psychosocial support is something that keeps them moving. The psychosocial support is all they need. Quote and unquote, the schizophrenic on the street. So mental health is way beyond that. Mental health is simply the way you think, the way you feel, the way you act, and how that affects your activities of daily living. So today, if there's anything that we're taking home with, if there's anything at all, just be kind, be nice, lend a helping hand, be a voice to someone, the voiceless, the someone that cannot speak up for themselves. Because when you empower a woman, you empower a whole generation, you empower the whole world, you empower a nation.
Together, their voices carried one powerful message: awareness saves lives. Gaye Njorro Skills Academic continues to stand with women across the Gambia, spreading love, knowledge and hope beyond Pink October. Reporting for GDTV News, I am Ami Jallow.